Hello! Right, obviously just come in from work. Figured I've not done anything for about a month now, to be completely honest with you, and I thought I'd kick things off with a little bit of a ramble because I'm feeling rambly this evening. What I'm going to start with today, something that's just happened at work. Now, I probably mentioned it before, I work for a railway company, not the most glamorous job in the world, but it pays the bills. Now what I have to deal with on a daily basis is generally taking abuse from the public, one way or another. Whether it be people complaining toilets are locked out, or the trains are not running on time, or their shoe fell off. It's always something soppy. This evening, the soppy thing was, a gentleman was having trouble with one of his tickets through the gate. It wasn't working, so he was holding the line up. So I said, yeah, come round here, let me have a look at it for you. I'll let you out, speed things up. So, while I'm doing this, the lady behind him, rather than take her ticket out, put it through the barrier and just walk off, because that's what a normal person would do. No, she decides she's far too impatient to be doing that while I'm dealing with somebody else. So I get her ticket rammed in my face, stomps past, no please, no thank you, nothing. And me being me, and probably not in the best of moods recently, for reasons we might go on to later, we shall see. Yeah, I was like, oh, thank you. Good job I can read upside down, isn't it? Goodbye. As she walks off. So, finished dealing with the other gentleman. Lo and behold, Mrs. Stroppy Lady comes storming back in. Did I hear your sarcastic comment properly? Yes, you did, love. Do you have a problem with that? I don't see why I should have to put up with that. Your customer services, you should be dealing with this better. I don't see why I should have to deal with your stroppiness. Why have you got this, that and the other set up that way? I was like, well, this is this side of the station. More people are coming in this way this evening. What's that got to do with you? Your ticket was upside down. You didn't even bother looking at it yourself. So she continued on to essentially just abuse me. I think there was a few swear words in there. And other than that, I pretty much just stood there, kept my mouth shut, let her ramble on until she walked out. I said, goodbye, you have a good evening. Now that is generally what I tend to be like. I try not to aggravate people as much as possible, even though I tend to sometimes. Occasionally, I take things a little bit personally. It's hard not to sometimes, when you do the job I do. Again, we'll get onto that one in a second as well. But yeah, so she had a little strop, stormed off. Obviously I'm the evilest person in the world, and it's my fault all the trains are late, and the government charge her an extortion amount to use said train. Because if you're not aware of it, the train companies don't own any of the infrastructure, and they don't set the prices either, so it's all a bit of farce. Same as working on the gate line, but you only know that if you work there, so you don't need to know that, even though you now do. As I said, this is a rambling video. So yeah, anyway, she goes off on her merry way. I have a little private snigger to myself. Zip my coat up. And the most amusing, the best bit about this was, there was 5 or 6 other people stood around in the bucket hall at this time watching this unfold. I'm just stood there like, okay, yeah, get on with it. Just carry on letting people out, doing the thing. As you do, because, as I said, I pretty much deal with that kind of thing every day. It's not the worst one I've ever had. And as soon as this lass had left, I say lass, she was probably mid-40s, well-dressed, with a briefcase. Now, they tend to be the most stroppy customers you get. They're entitled. They think because they pay all this money, they can just abuse you and treat you like rubbish. You can't. I'm still a person, just the same as you are. And if you're going to be rude to me, you can expect it back. Now, 3 things happened. I had an extremely lovely Irish lass come up to me and actually apologise for the woman being so rude, saying I shouldn't have to put up with that. It was just very nice of her. I think she was from Cork. I kind of recognised the accent. It sounded familiar. She was really gorgeous red hair. Anyway, yeah, she came up and apologised to me, and we had a little bit of a chat, which was very nice of her. Put a smile back on my face instantly. You know, I am a grumpy, smelly person at work. try not to be too grumpy. I'll give anybody a smile, but if you're going to be rude to me, again, you're going to get it back. And then, which I find quite amusing, I had a guy come up to me who looked, how can I say this without being rude? I can't. He had a snapback on, off to one side. He had, well, I can only imagine with like really tight jogging bottoms on of some description. I'm not even sure what you keep, like sort of chino kind of jean jogging bottom things that are like really tight at the bottom. They look a bit strange, not something I'd wear. You'd sort of, not skater boy trainers, but like night shoes. A camo coat, a really well groomed beard. Really gorgeous, sir. Yeah, that was a bit. It looked like you should have a, like, I don't know, like lots of gold rings or something. It was that sort of character, and you're like, oh, okay, right, fair enough. But his voice was not exactly what I expected from him at all. It was quite amusing. Turned out to be a police officer, and we stood and had a bit of a chat on the platform as well. He was a really nice bloke. But it was just like, I kind of get that, because look at me, this is what I look like when I'm not at work. I tend to be reasonably smart unless I'm having a little bit of an off day. So I get it entirely. You are your own person outside work. I mean, excuse me. I try not to wear my work stuff. I feel uncomfortable in my work stuff. I actually happen to think it looks really scruffy on a uniform. You won't have seen it because I don't think I've ever worn it on camera. I'm right done. But I happen to think it looks quite scruffy. I'm very much like tend to be shirt, tie, trousers. I set of shoes if I can. Even when I'm feeling a little bit more rocky, it tends to be a band t-shirt and a set of trousers. And I'm not one of these like with trousers with me flipping ankles so everybody can see me bum person. Nobody needs to see my underwear unless, well, that's not for this channel. But yeah, it was a bit strange. But yeah, again, it was very nice. I just thought it was really amusing. I really did. Just you got totally different sides of people, and you know, if she'd have walked up to me and said, "Sorry, my ticket doesn't work," or "Sorry, you know, that guy was taking a long time. Can I come out this way?" Show me a ticket up the right way, and, you know, said please and thank you. I'd have said, "Yeah, okay, not a problem, love. You have a good evening." But no, shoved in the face, upside down. Didn't even bother looking at herself because it was upside down. She'd have realised this. And just expects me to give her exemplary customer service. It doesn't work like that. I know companies want you to do that. It really doesn't work like that. Don't do yourself down, people. You're a person still. It doesn't matter whether you work in McDonald's or you work for some sort of high-class hotel. You're still a person. You deserve to be treated like a person. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a high-visibility jacket and you're taking out a dustbin. You don't deserve to be sworn at because you're doing your job. So why do people think they can get away with being rude to you? I don't know. And on that note, talking of people being rude, I'm going to do my best here not to swear. I might have to beep some of this out. But Sunday, I dealt with several people of a drug-taking background, shall we say. They were clearly not sound of mind when they came to me. One of them was perfectly polite. We had a bit of a chat, and he went on his merry little way. He didn't pay, but I gave him absolutely... Sorry, I'm being distracted by shiny things. Yeah, I gave him absolutely no sort of... What do you say? I wasn't rude to him at all, because he wasn't rude to me. He was quite respectful, and we had a bit of a chat about his lack of ticket. And yeah, he went on his way, and I left him under no impression of to come back to me. If he wanted to get back in, he was going to have to go somewhere else. Not exactly right, and he got reported. I report people, that's why we've got cameras. So yeah, that wasn't an issue. The second guy that came up to me, rather than try and feed me any spoil, anything, not only did he come from the other side of the station where he could have bought a ticket, he came to the opposite side of the station where I was, on my own, out the way of everybody where you couldn't really see me, and proceeded to just walk up to me and go, "Mate, do me a favour, let me out." To which I responded, "Do you have a ticket?" Now, obviously not. I knew that was going to be the answer straight away. So, we had a bit of a chat and we got into an argument. I started getting sworn at, as happens quite often. He also threatened to stab me. And at this point, I took personal offence to that because I don't really want to be stabbed, but if you're going to try and stab me, you're going to find Yes. This is where I need to start calming down. I tend to be a pretty passive person. I don't go out to cause arguments. People say they're quite impressed at how much patience I have with people. I really do have a lot of patience with people. But at the same time, I can get extremely angry. If anybody's ever been in a car with me, they see I've got a little bit of road rage. It comes out ever so slightly there. I've not worked out how to mediate that, but I'm a lot more relaxed than I used to be. I do have a cracking temper on me. And it's a little bit similar to Hulk. The secret of it is I'm pretty much always angry. I love having a constructive argument with somebody. But if you're going to start getting violent towards me, you will find you run up against something else entirely. So yeah, I took personal affront to the guy saying he was going to stab me over the fact of if he'd have just gone and bought a ticket, he could have bought one from the next station up. It would have cost him £2.30. So is £2.30 worth stabbing somebody for? Really? Yeah? But he was apparently being polite to me. And I had an attitude problem. Yeah, this is the guy that's not got on a bus because it costs money, but he's quite happy to jump on a train and abuse somebody and tell them that they're going to get stabbed. But I'm the one with the attitude problem because I'm working and I have a job and I'm trying to do my job properly. So yeah, seems like a reasonable thing to stab somebody, doesn't it? As I said, quite clearly on some sort of drugs, and he smelled quite brilliant awful. And yeah, I was due to go on my break, and everybody else had got off this train and left. I literally had my empty coffee cup in my hand and my keys ready to lock up so I could take my half-an-hour break, which you get on a Sunday, after standing around on your feet for 6 hours in the cold and rain, and this guy wanted to have an argument with me. So I let him get up the platform and over the bridge because he was going to go to the other side and probably have a go at the poor fella over there. And then I opened the gates up and decided to take a nice brisk walk behind him. He didn't like this. He legged it out the other side of the station. Perhaps he had to go and get his knife. This is what people are like in my job. I like my job to a certain extent. I can walk out and I leave it at home. That's also partly why I tend to wear my own stuff to and from work as well. I don't want to be associated with it. Train companies are rubbish. They charge you way too much money. I think it's an absolute joke. It's shambolic. Frankly, my personal opinion of it is it's all a rip-off, and all the people that actually run it from the top, they don't care about you guys using your trains, they just want your money, which is exactly why it's in such a state, because there is no other transport service other than buses, and that's even worse, because it's all way too overloaded with people. End of the day, there's too many people. If we spread everything out, it'd be a lot better. We'd all have more room to live, everything would be cheaper, everyone would be a lot happier. But for some reason we seem to need to live on top of each other. I'm not drinking, by the way. This is orange juice. I'm just in a bit of a funny mood because I've come home from work and had a bit of a day of it. So, that's been my last couple of days at work. Let's see. Bit more Derpy Rambles. Let's do some nicer Derpy Ramble stuff. I've got another video. Bit of a long one. I'm going to try and chop it down. This is probably where you're going to see this first. It's on the graphics card which I was going to use for the community build computer. I realised I didn't put any links to that up, and I've not put any links up to the Derpy's Little World server. That's something else entirely, but I'm going to be doing more of this community build computer, and I'm going to do another little video blog with Squiggly Bob because I have some pieces. Hang on. You're not going to be able to see this too well. Graphics card, hard drive and RAM. We're going to have a go at upgrading Squiggly Bob's computer ever so slightly. Bit more RAM, I'm not entirely sure that's going to work. The graphics card should work. Apparently it's a lot more powerful than I thought it was, so that's going in this computer. And some cables and another hard drive, because another hard drive, a bit more storage is always handy. You can put some more games on it, maybe save some photos of his family and his little squiggy baby. He's getting bigger apparently and been a bit of a terror. And I also got, from my good friend Simon, a power supplier which I can put in the community build computer. It's quite a nice one. It's only 350 watts, so it's quite a small one. But given it's not going to be the most powerful computer in the world, it should do the job. And it's black, which is kind of tasty. I kind of like the black ones rather than those kind of old school grey ones. So, cheers Simon. That's going to go in that computer when I eventually work out a case, which we will do. So that's that. That's another little video I've been doing. How comes I've not done any other videos? I've not had anything from Keymailer for a little while. I've been playing a heck of a lot of Armour 3 with my lads on my other channel. I've not really done a video on that for a while, but last night we sat and played Black Wake. If you remember a little while ago, I managed to get in on the beta. I was at Alpha or the beta on that, and have a little play. It's a pirate ship game. It's now available on Steam. At the time of making this video, it was £13.50. I'm not sure what that is in dollars, but I believe it's about 15 quid. It's on sale at the moment because it's like the release week, and it's an amazingly good little game. I think there was 6 of us at one point on a boat, and there was quite a lot of screaming and shouting. At one point there was somebody screaming to make the boat go backwards. As far as I'm aware, sailboats don't go backwards, but hey, whatever. It was kind of my fault. I was dodging cannonballs at the time, in my defence, but I sort of hit an island head on, and yeah, it wasn't good. And we got a bit full of holes, almost sank. But we won that game because somebody managed to set one of the enemy boats on fire. Who knew things in water burn? But it's a really good game, and I suggest you go and have a look. Black Wake. Look it up on YouTube. I have a video somewhere of it. I have got another video which I'm going to put on my other channel because it's not family friendly, unfortunately. Some of us got a little bit heated yesterday while playing that, and there was some few piratey words floating about, shall we say. I will make another video for this channel though, my Derpy channel, and show you guys that. That's pretty cool. It's a really enjoyable little game, especially when you've got a group of mates on there. It takes quite a lot of coordination, and we're not very coordinated, so it always turns out really funny. But all the servers are getting rammed. I believe they put some more servers on recently. That's pretty cool. What else has been going on in Derpy's little world? Because this is my little world now, rather than my little Minecraft world. Not overly a lot. I've been going to a few concerts, which is nice. I've got a friend at work who... she's lovely, and we go to a concert every now and again. We'll leave it at that. There's nothing else there, unfortunately. But yeah, we went to see Trivium, and who else have we been to see? We'll see a few other bands. Sabaton was amazing, by the way. If you hadn't guessed, I quite like my rock bands. We're due to see Ghost soon at the Forum, and we're going to see Evanescence, and I think we're off to Download Festival for a week or so. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have the battery power to vlog any of that. I might do a bit on the way up there. We'll see. Other than that, I'm still decorating my flat. I've got a bit of wallpaper up over there now. I want to paint some of the rest of this. Bathroom's done. Kitchen is, well, it looks like a slum at the moment. It's getting there though. But that's that. Bought another car, blew it up, because, you know, luck of the derp. I have no luck whatsoever. What else has been going on? Yeah, getting myself generally screwed up over things I shouldn't be screwed up. I've joined a union, and I'm hopefully going to be a union rep soon, so I'm going to be pretty busy, keeping myself pretty busy. Work's going really well when I'm not getting death threats and that kind of stuff. It's all very, very nice. Can get a little bit lonely and boring in here, but you know, I've got you guys. It was pretty cool. I'm really happy. Yeah, I'm really happy. I wouldn't say really happy. I was a relatively happy chappy. I've also gone and got. Hang on, let's turn this round without knocking it over. Got my amplifier, and somewhere on the floor down there, I'm not going to pick it up, is my guitar, which I went and picked up from Mummy Derps the other day, which is pretty cool. As far as Derp life, I think that's it. What do we got games-wise? So there's Black Wake. I've been playing a lot of Arma 3. 7 Days to Die, I've been persuaded to download that, and I should be playing that when some other people get on board. We shall see. Other than that, I've just kind of got to apologise that I've not really been about too much. Stuff's changing. My Derpy channel's going to be changing. It's definitely going to be Derpy now. I feel a lot happier about it being just Derpy rather than Derpy Dodo, because I like the Dodo thing. It's cool. It's never going to go away. It's always going to be my Minecraft character. But I just don't really play Minecraft anymore, which is a shame. Stuff just put me off. It's the way it goes sometimes. I mean, I'm getting a bit older now. I'm obviously quite hairy. I don't look very Dodo. On that note, I know people have said I should shave my beard off, but I kind of like it. What do you reckon, guys? It's a bit longer now, it's a bit more tidy. I don't look quite like a caveman anymore. It's kind of amusing. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of red. It's a bit on the red side, and I've got like a grey streak there, and then this is brown, and this is kind of darker brown. I couldn't really have any more hair colours if I tried. I don't know if you can see it, there's like one, just about there, one white hair in my beard. It makes no sense whatsoever. Hey, whatever. Right, I think I've rambled on for more than long enough now. It's about 20 minutes. That's not bad for a Derpy rambling video. Strange boy. Sorry for having a bit of a moan, everybody. I am here, I'm knocking around. If you leave me a comment, I will reply to you eventually. But still not sorted out the broadbandy thing, so uploading is a little bit awkward. I will get that fixed at some point. We shall see. But until the next video, I will see you all later. Bye bye, everyone. Look after yourselves.